It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 52. Mike 54. 15.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Come on. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 52.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Browns are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Chiefs at 3 and 7 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson on first down. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Watson's throw there into the hands of Ross. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Head coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 30 on second down. Watson over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Touchdown! Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 44. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Chubb running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. York now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Chiefs nothing.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Room here to run. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Get off the field, defense. Check.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chiefs 3. Cade York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
27 yards there, a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Mahomes going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
All day, every day, any day. 15. Mike, 54. Time to go, night. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Better bring it. You better. Hey, 43, 15.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 28-10. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
41's the mark, 41's the mark. Check 41. Exit.
Chubb on the counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, 41's Mike, 41's Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Chubb running to the wide side. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. York able to send this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Officially
nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
A give running right is Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
This on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
The play made defensively that time by Isaiah Thomas.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down, and it keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth